about this? An onside kick to start the game. And this is going to be covered up by the Giants. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
On 1st and 10, here's Manning. Over the middle, he's got his tight end Ingram. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Throwing now is Manning. Throw left side complete. It's Shepard. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a first down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
The first carry for the former Nittany Lion. This is Saquon Barkley. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Manning to throw on 2nd down. Forced out to his left. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Shepard. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal.
Zebra.
Shotgun now for Manning. Buying time to his left. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of. Otherwise, he was going to get sacked.
They fake the handoff. Now Manning. And Ingram's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Evan Ingram from 6 yards away. And the Giants are going to take a first-quarter lead. Yeah, he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for a score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
Rosas now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. From the gun, it's Wentz. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. Giants taking the field again here, and you know this is a team that got off to that woeful 1-7 start. They rallied a bit in the second half of the season here to get a few wins, but I don't think playing spoiler is what Pat Shurmur had in mind for his first season.
No, I don't believe that as well, and I think there were a lot of visions of going from worst to first in their division with Pat Shurmur as the head coach in addition to Saquon Barkley and getting the offense back on track with Odell Beckham Jr. being healthy again. But I go back to the Saquon Barkley move, picking him number 2 in the draft last year. Still hear criticism that the Giants should have taken a quarterback and built that way. They took the best rookie in the draft who's played above expectations. I would make the same pick every single time and find a way to build around him.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. To Barkley on the check down. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, everybody go, oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice 1st down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on 1st down. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short. Here's Manning to throw. Rolling to his right. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Rhett Ellison from 6 yards away. And the Giants add on to their lead. So he scrambled right, but was able to look back toward the middle of the end zone to find the target.
As you know, in this game, sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules, because we all know most guys throwing the football are taught never throw back into the middle of the field on a scramble. He did it and got away with it for a touchdown.
Instinct sometimes, right? They just take over.
Instinct and vision. Sometimes you just see people who are open, you're able to get it to them.
And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Philadelphia getting the football back here, and when you discuss the Eagles this season, seems like every week we kind of go back and forth. Hey, they're done. They're still alive. They're done. They're alive. And that Week 15 win, I don't think many people saw that coming against the Rams in L.A.
I will guarantee many didn't see that coming for a couple of reasons.
Not much did you get your ultimate team better.
Bruising battle that they lost in overtime against Dallas, where Dallas ran, I believe, 90-plus plays against them. That's hard to bounce back from, yet they did it. Also, the Rams were coming off a game where they didn't play really well on the road against Chicago. We all expected them to get back in form at home. So, no, not many people saw that coming at all. Give Philadelphia credit. They've kept themselves alive for a possible playoff spot and a chance to defend their Super Bowl championship.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
Hey, four down. Lefty, lefty. Lion. Black.
Back to the air on 2nd down. Wentz gonna look deep for Jeffrey. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it
I
tends to
am
create
at
a lot of
7-6
congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. To throw
Nice.
Wentz. Gonna look deep for Jeffrey. And that will fall incomplete. Oh, they took a shot there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. They do go for it. It's Wentz. And it is incomplete. A surprising move to go for it. And predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Giants are going to take over in great field position.
Gun.
Manning now on 1st down. His throw caught right around the 6. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
Zebra.
They'll try to run forward with Barkley. And this is going to result in losing
this game,
yardage.
LOL.
They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Now Manning. And that'll be incomplete. Evan Ingram was the intended target. Third down here.
Oh, my. You know that's one that he'll want to have back. I mean, they did everything right. Got the linebackers commit on the play action. He just flat out missed.
Well, definitely be a disappointment to come out of this starting position with just 3 points. They need to try to dial something up now, 3rd and 10.
No.
Throwing is Manning. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Eli Manning with his 3rd touchdown pass of the afternoon. And the Giants are able to grow their lead. Rosas true blue on the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to an even 20. Rosas now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Wentz again here on 2nd and 10. And his throw is incomplete. Alshon Jeffrey, the intended receiver. And it'll bring up 3rd down. His first half struggles continue. He has yet to complete a pass. Hard to believe.
It is, because I don't see anything wrong with him physically. Maybe he's a little amped up to begin with. Would have thought he would have settled down by now. I think someone's got to get in his ear, got to be a psychologist a little bit, and get him back on track.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down. The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10.
81, 81. Hey, check. Black. There, sit.
They'll try and throw for it here. Escaping the pressure right. Gonna look deep for Jeffrey. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete.
On the ball.
4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward.
82. Black, come on.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. Flush to his right. This one complete to Sproles. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. Wentz now on 1st down. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Alec Ogletree. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. I do want to take this time to mention that the next few months, very big in the competitive Madden Championship Series. A few weeks ago, we saw Skimbo go back-to-back.
That's right, back-to-back, second straight year.
You're fired up. And then next up, the Madden Challenge, and it's a $190,000 prize pool, and the ladders to qualify for that tournament now available in MUT draft mode. Exciting things. By the way, do you have a gamer tag, Charles?
No, I do not have a gamer tag. You must be a good player in order to earn a moniker.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Manning now on 1st down. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. So 1:56 to play in this first half. We're back to East Rutherford. But first, this timeout. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Now Manning. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. It'll be a gain of 6, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Regular. Zebra.
Manning to throw on 3rd and 1. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Sproles, the return. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 7.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
It's complete. It's Sproles. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. As the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Wentz now on 1st down. Going long here for Wallace. This is caught inside the 15. And that one results in 35 yards. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him. And he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
On 2nd down, here's Wentz. This will be caught at about the 6. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. The Eagles on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
Empty. Let's go.
Wentz now to throw. This is taken in by Jeffrey. He's got it. Touchdown, Eagles. Alshon Jeffrey in the final seconds of the first half. And the Eagles get a score closer. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. A final shot before half for Wentz. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. Elliott now to kick this one away. Short kick. One of the up middle take it now. And the Giants ready to come out now. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Four down, check.
One final try now for Manning. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. That's caught inside the 20. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the 3rd quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the 2nd half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the 2nd half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll be 3rd down.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
And he's brought down, but following a pretty juke move that gives him the 1st down. At 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
Great. Black, come on. Great 15.
Throwing on first is Wentz. He's going to go for a big play downfield. That's caught inside the 20. And he's able to get this down deep on the Giants side of the field. A big play there for Philly. 43 yards.
Come on now.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down.
Hey,
From the red zone now, Wentz. And incomplete, he dropped it in the end zone. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
Hey. Lion.
Wentz will try again on 2nd down. Now he's forced out right. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Now Wentz goes underneath for Sproles. And he picks up the 1st as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it 1st and goal. Two of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Play action to Sproles. Wentz. And too much on that one. It's out of the back of the end zone, incomplete. Mike Wallace, the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
82.
Wentz to throw on 2nd down. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Landon Collins. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Hey, we got a second here. Let's go back to Week 15 following the win over Green Bay for Chicago. Happiness rained down on the field. The Bears claiming the NFC North title, but one Bear took his celebration to an extreme. I know you saw this.
Yes, I certainly did. Charles Leno Jr.
LOL
tackle for the Chicago Bears. Got down on a knee and proposed to his girlfriend Jennifer. So not only celebrating an NFC North title, but now his proposal accepted by Jennifer, who will now be Mrs. Jennifer Leno Jr.? No Jr.
No, Junior. By the way, smart move because she's not going to say no in front of 60,000 people.
Well, I've seen it happen before. Not pretty, but not in this case.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start, here's another 1st and 10. On 1st down, Manning. He'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
56, 27's to Sam, 27's to Sam.
Now Manning throwing on 2nd down. Going up top. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Odell Beckham, 53 yards. And the Giants add on to their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, second half, no matter what. Whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
The Eagles offense now gets set to head back onto the field. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
It's caught inside the 25. It's a big play there for the Eagles. 57 yards.
Let's go.
Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're...
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. EA Sports coverage of the NFL is in Houston, in the Space City at NRG Stadium. They do it big here in Houston, and a second ago it was a Texas-sized welcome for their hometown guys. They're fired up and ready to go as they get set to match up with Ben Roethlisberger and the Pittsburgh Steelers. On to get us started now, the kicker, Chris Boswell. Charles and I have been looking forward to this one all week. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now a first down throw, Watson. Man open, that's Kiki QT complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 26 yards. QT, Charles, he didn't make his debut this year until week 4. Busted out with 11 catches in that win over Indianapolis. And now you got Will Fuller done for the year with a knee injury. He's a big part of this offense.
He certainly is, because he's quickly going to have to become one of those go-to guys for Deshaun Watson, and a guy that he can get the ball to pretty fast, because Will Fuller provided a lot of speed and flash. It could work inside and outside. QT's going to work out of the slot mainly. Get it to him and let him go.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Reset.
Now a first carry for Lamar Miller. And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. 9 yards on the pickup there as they'll be left with 3rd and 1.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Watson to throw on 3rd and 1. He'll buy some time right. Then he's got the completion to Hopkins. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. His first catch, good for 16 and a first.
Richmond.
A first down carry now for Miller. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Cameron Hayward in on the tackle.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
Target.
On 2nd down, here's Miller. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down. From the gun, here's Watson. Flushed out right. Going for it all. So they took a shot there on 3rd down. Couldn't get it. Now it's 4th.
But that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the first down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
And on 3rd down, they said, forget about the sticks. We want 6. So a pretty good opening drive. That'll make the home fans somewhat happy. They wanted 6, but they got 3 in the early lead.
And they should be happy. The guys look good getting down the field. That's got to give them a little bit of hope that good things are in store here today for them.
Fairbairn now following the made field goal. He'll send this one away. Here comes Ryan Switzer to return it. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Double.
First carry for James Conner. And he powers his way up past the 30. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. The Steelers, of course, had all the questions lingering with Le'Veon Bell. Tip of the cap to James Conner. He really has filled in nicely.
He prepared himself as if he were going to be the starter right from week 1. And I got to see him in preseason, and you saw a little bit of everything. His ability to run inside, also run to the perimeter, catch the ball out of the backfield. And how about his season opener against Cleveland? They didn't win the game, but he played awfully well, 135 yards rushing, and he helped close out a big win at Tampa Bay in week 3 on Monday Night Football with some nice runs down the stretch.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. To throw here, Roethlisberger. Steps away to his left. He may try and run for this. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation.
I liked his effort there. He got it done on his own. But let's face it, he puts defenses in a really stressful spot when he takes off and runs because a lot of guys have coverage responsibilities.
Good job of rallying, though, because I thought when he first took off, he might... Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body. Picked off at the 46. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Well, Charles, you think about the Houston Texans and the turnaround that they've had this year, double-digit.
I have to jump in.
Oh, because you projected this.
Do we remember preseason? Was there something that was said in preseason?
You want to clear your
Texans?
You want to clear your throat one more time?
Let me clear my throat. Oh, sorry. What were you saying now?
Anyway, I wanted to talk about their season and their turnaround. Double-digit wins, and they're in the mix for a first-round bye.
And just the way that they've played, I mean, let's remember, 0-3 start. Deshaun Watson said, hey, I don't know how much room there will be on the bandwagon when we get rolling. Well, apparently there's a lot of room on the bandwagon because they won 9 straight, took a loss, and then get back on the beam with a win against the Jets in Week 15. But this is a dangerous team with Deshaun Watson at quarterback, DeAndre Hopkins at wide receiver. They can run the ball with Lamar Miller. And that defense, they come for you, don't they, led by J.J. Watt.
And a nice gain of 21 yards.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to them in space. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They go play action here on first down. Out to his left. And he'll find Akins there, complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up first and goal.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Kiki QT from 3 yards out. And the Texans will add on to their lead. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And the lead grows to 10-0. Fairbairn now to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Well, the Pittsburgh Steelers, they are in a fight for the AFC North, a fight for their playoff lives, but if they find themselves playing in January, they might look back to that Week 15 win over New England as really the thing that got them over the top.
And remember, that stopped a 3-game losing streak. And when you talk about
trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kareem Jackson.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Target.
And he slides to avoid the hit. He'll pick up 7 there on the first down keeper.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Play action for Miller. Now Watson. They'll roll him out right. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. And it looks like Steeler football. It is.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it.
And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. J.J. Watt in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Now Roethlisberger to throw. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid.
And Big Ben intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off near the 26. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. Well, partner, league-wide, I think we're set up for a wild month of January. It seems like this season, more than others, we've had a number of teams that you maybe say, hey, they're the Super Bowl favorites. Kind of the Rams early, then it was the Chiefs. Patriots kept winning, and the Saints, and now, heck, maybe even the Texans or the Bears could claim that moniker.
Yeah, it's going to make for a wild month of January. And you just wonder right now, are we missing a team or two that's just a little bit outside the playoff hunt? Could they get hot and be those teams you don't want to play and carry that momentum all the way to the Super Bowl? Yes, I'm looking at the Indianapolis Colts as one of those teams.
2 minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to Houston after this timeout. Miller with a first down and more. And he takes it all the way up to the 47. A big one there for the Texans, 18 yards.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of
Lamar Miller. Touchdown, Houston. Lamar Miller, 53 yards. And the Texans will extend their lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Fairbairn now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And the Steelers set to take the field. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Now Roethlisberger to throw on second down. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Roethlisberger. Dancing to his left, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Jadeveon Clowney. So now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout. As the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. On 4th down, here comes the Steeler punter Jordan Berry to kick it away. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Underneath for Miller. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Down. Black 22.
Here's Watson now on 2nd down. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Out of the gun, Watson. Looking deep downfield. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. The Texans send the punter out as he's on a punt for the first time this afternoon. But how about this, a fake? And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out.
Let's go.
Final play of the half. It's Roethlisberger. He's going to float this one deep right side. And this one is incomplete. An abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. So we've come upon halftime here in Houston, and it's the home team, the Texans, leading this one. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the 3rd quarter. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. Here's Roethlisberger. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up
Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Jadeveon Clowney in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Here's Jordan Berry now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Fielded at about the 28. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. So here's the Texans offense now. They get set to start this 3rd quarter. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? I mean, they score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on.
It's caught inside the 25. The Clemson connection. Watson to Hopkins for a big one. 46 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Watson being chased out left. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second. So the illegal forward pass also costs him a down, and now it's second and long.
Tiger. Richmond.
To throw is Watson. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Carter. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down.
Come back.
Throwing on third down, Watson forced out, and he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line, Javon Hargrave able to get him down behind the line of scrimmage, and it'll be fourth down. The kick by Fairbairn is good. And the lead now increases to 20-0. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the third quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
59, what's up?
Off the play fake. Here's Roethlisberger. He's going deep for Brown. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. It's a big play. Roethlisberger to Brown. 51 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. They'll throw on 1st down with Roethlisberger. Over the middle, complete. That's Connor. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another 1st down. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And the Texans say they have it. They do. And, partner, I know hindsight's always 20/20, but, man, just in general, those laterals, they can be so risky, and we see the risk that can be involved right there.
And you just have to know, and we've seen it because we've been in a lot of practices, it's not something that's practiced very often. You know, in that situation, you don't see guys really working on it. Maybe like we're bringing the rugby guys in to help us with tackling, maybe we ask them to help us with the laterals as well and make that a better play.
Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with a football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
Tiger. Two jet.
Back to the air, Watson on 2nd down. Caught left side, Hopkins. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. Watson off play action, rolling to his left. Wide open receiver complete. And now running right through it. And they do get him out of bounds finally, but the damage is done. A big hitter on one. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. Off of play action, it's Watson sliding out of the pocket. That is caught. Hopkins for the Texans touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Texans will add on to their lead. And all Oh, he takes off with it. It's a fake. Caught here by Griffin. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. They've got this big lead. They say the NFL on EA Sports is in the great state of Tennessee at Nissan Stadium here in Nashville. This crowd here fired up for football as a moment ago their Titans were introduced. This should be a good one as the Titans get set to match up with the Arizona Cardinals. Ryan Suckup of the Titans has this one teed up, and we are underway from Nissan Stadium. On the return, it's Pharaoh Cooper. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
Detroit! Detroit! Leopard!
The first carry now. This is Johnson. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
On second down, Rosen. And this one complete to Jermaine Gresham. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A very solid gain of 27.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that sure was pretty because the corner route is extremely difficult to defend from my perspective.
What we just saw there, is that sort of the evolution of the tight end position?
Yeah, I think it is because more and more, tight ends are being treated like wide receivers. These are some agile players who can make a play in any spot on the field. One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. 23 yards on the play. The Cardinals into the red zone for the first time. It's 1st and 10 at the 14. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And that is caught. But he will come down out of bounds, says the side judge. Incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Watch it now, Barney.
Throwing again, it's Rosen. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. Showed off the toughness, but still corralled shy of the 5 at the 6. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. 2nd down pass play got them 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining.
Here we go.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th.
So the myth has been shattered. Every cornerback in the league is not just a cover corner. Some of them will stick their nose in there and make plays exactly as we just saw there. A big loss suffered by the offense after that nice tackle.
So a nice opening drive on the road. You get the 3 points. Part of you wonders if that might hurt them later not getting into the end zone.
Well, the good thing is still first quarter, and they did come out of it with points. In a sense, they can look at it positively and say, hey, we set the pace in this one. I think that's how they'll go about it.
Mariota and the Titans break the huddle, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Play fake to Henry. Now Mariota going underneath for Lewis. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and that'll make this a 2nd down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field. We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to see.
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
Now, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a 1st down. When you give up points on the opening drive, in this case a field goal, you'd hate to go 3 and out. They avoid that.
They do, and it's also walking that fine line mentally, too, as a coach, isn't it? Because you want to emphasize to your team exactly what you said. All right, we gave up a field goal.
And he is going to go down. They sack him on the final play of the 1st quarter. But they face a 2nd and long to start things out. Working out of the gun, Mariota buying time to his left. That's complete to Taywan Taylor. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
And that is incomplete.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field. Now Mariota got his man complete over the middle. That's Jennings. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and it'll be a turnover on downs. Arizona's offense coming back onto the field, and time for us to kind of assess what's happened this year for the Cardinals. And look, it hasn't been good. They're way below 500. Steve Wilks, first-year head coach, not what he expected.
Not at all. Not what the fans expected, not what the organization expected, and truthfully, not what the NFL expected. Go back to preseason. Remember we were talking then? One more time, I'm not sure how to assess preseason anymore, but they look like a really buttoned-down organization. They were taking the ball away like crazy on defense in preseason. It looked like Steve Wilks had put his stamp on the team early, and it didn't turn out that way. But there is optimism because I think they've got a keeper in their quarterback, Josh Rosen, the rookie out of UCLA.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Gun, gun. Gun, gun.
Off the play fake, here's Rosen. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Super Bowl 49 hero Malcolm Butler. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. Well, some news that gave us a chuckle, and we could all use that around the holiday season. Josh Johnson, a great story. He was back home in Oakland when the Redskins called to see if he'd like to join him for the remainder of the season. So how did he get to know his new teammates? Well, what did he do? He turned to the Madden game, Charles.
Yeah, and that's how you learn who they are, right? Learn what they do, have some tendencies, get some ideas about their speed and what they do well and maybe what they don't do so well. And it really helped him acclimate and got himself a big victory in Week 15 against the Jacksonville Jaguars. How about the bloodline of Josh Johnson, though? Also related to Marshawn Lynch of the Oakland Raiders and Marcus Peters of the Los Angeles Rams.
Pretty good company. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Give him 16 yards there, a Tennessee first down. By the way, Derrick Henry, you might want to refer to him as Fantasy League MVP, Derrick Henry, with what he put together down the stretch. And you think back to Week 14, that monster game, man, was he good.
Yeah, 4 touchdowns, including one from 99 yards in Week 14 against Jacksonville. And how about the next week in the Meadowlands? Threw another 170 yards on top of that with 2 more touchdowns. And now the Titans running game, they are hitting their stride as they head towards January football.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Mariota now on second down. He's going to let this one go deep. This is caught inside the 15. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play that time for the Titans. 46 yards. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. And now here's a timeout defensively coming from the Cardinals. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Mariota to sneak it. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain there as he kept it himself at second down.
Let's go, let's go.
2 minutes to go here in the first half. Back to Tennessee after this. They'll sneak it with Mariota. And he will take this one in for a Titans touchdown. Marcus Mariota taking it in. And the Titans are able to strike for 6. And he's got it up and through. Now here's Suckup out to kick it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. Rosen and the Cardinals take over with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
All right, now, look at 56. Look it.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Dumping it off for Johnson. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Give him 6 on the play, and it'll make it a 2nd down. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Now Rosen to throw on 2nd down. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down.
Gone! All right, now, look at 56.
From the shotgun, it's Rosen. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. 15 yards through the air and a 1st down.
And there was absolutely 0 pressure on the quarterback on that play. 3rd down, and he has all the time in the world to eventually find an open receiver for a 1st down pickup.
They'll look to throw on 1st down with Josh Rosen. And he whips that one incomplete there. Well, partner, like we always do this time of year with the holidays here and me happy for once. I want to say happy holidays to you, to your family, and to everybody out there in Madden land.
I like how you said that. Before I do go on, though, happy holidays to you, your family, and everyone out there in Madden land as well. And hope that they're safe and they're happy and successful holidays for all. But as you said, happy for once. Usually you're kind of a Grinch this time of year. What's going on?
Yeah, well, my heart grew 3 sizes this winter.
I love it. I love it. Got to get you some new clothes to accommodate that big chest.
But enjoy the holidays, everyone. Eat, be merry, enjoy your family time. On third down, Rosen. Steps away to his left. And the third down pass falls incomplete. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there and gets the good defensive position, able to affect the play.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56.
And they'll indeed go for it with Rosen. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. Well, look at that, Chuck. A rookie picked the rookie on that play.
How about that? Is that rookie-on-rookie crime? But you know what happens, too. If you're a rookie defender, you tend to adjust to the game a little bit quicker than if you're a quarterback. Too many things still going through his mind. And on that play, the rookie defender won the battle.
Throw right side, caught by Davis. The NFL on EA Sports has come to the Twin Cities at U.S. Bank Stadium in downtown Minneapolis. The scene a short time ago, this crowd decked out in purple, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. We're ready for football, folks, as the Vikings get set to do battle with the Jacksonville Jaguars. Josh Lambo now ready to put this one in the air, and we are underway from downtown Minneapolis. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. On 1st and 10, Cousins over the middle here to Rudolph. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Now a second down throw for Cousins. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is third down and 6. Working out of the gun, Cousins. That's some strong running. Escaping the pressure right. And he's got Kyle Rudolph. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Cousins to his tight end Rudolph for a Viking first down.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Here we go.
The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Lucky 50. Rhino. Hey, we're good.
Second down, Cousins. Dancing to his left. Looking left sideline, incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, helped force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. Third and long. From the gun, here's Cousins. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. The 21 yards there as they convert on third.
Gun.
From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Being chased out left. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. Now Cousins, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Yannick Ngakoue in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a third and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
This is the NFL on EA Sports as we welcome you to MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford, New Jersey. This is the scene just before we came on air. This New York crowd fired up by the arrival of their G-men as they burst from the locker room. They're ready to go as the Giants get set to match up with the Philadelphia Eagles. Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And off we go from MetLife Stadium.
Zebra.
On 1st and 10, here's Manning. Throw left side, complete to Ingram. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice gain right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for him.
He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season-opening opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. Ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I had missed him, it would have been a different story. Long night.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Nigel Bradham brings him down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
On 2nd down, here's Manning. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker rule that they can fall back on anymore.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. To throw is Manning. He'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, I know from past experience, before you actually play a game, you visualize what's going to happen. And I don't know anyone who doesn't visualize themselves being in the center of what's going on.
And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Saquon Barkley, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Giants take it right down and score on the opening drive. Rosas good with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Rosas now to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 21. Now it's the Boise State alum, Jay Ajayi. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. Wentz to throw on 2nd down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down. Now a toss play. It's Ajayi. He gets 7 out of it, and he also gets a first.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big third down pickup to keep their drive alive.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Lion.
On 1st down, Wentz. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, 2nd down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that that fell harmlessly to the ground. Now it's the all-purpose back. This is Darren Sproles. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line.
Hang in there now.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. And he connects with Ertz. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a first down. Wentz now on 1st down. It's complete to Golden Tate. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Let's go. Great.
Back live with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the... Throwing on first is Wentz. Flush to his right. The connection here with Nelson Aguilar. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. And he's had great protection back there to throw, really been able to survey from the pocket.
That means the jersey stays clean, so the dry cleaning bill, that's reduced. It also means the trainer didn't have...
And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. Dalvin Tomlinson forcing his way through there and drop him for a loss of a good 10 yards. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. Now Wentz. And Tate's got it. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. The Eagles into the red zone for the first time. They've got it 1st and goal at the 7.
Sunday.
To throw, it's Wentz. Forced out to his left. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Dallas Goedert, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Now Wentz going to lead the Eagles up to go for 2.
Lion.
From the gun, it's Wentz. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. He's at the 50, the 30, 20, and he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way. Elliott now to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And now out come the Giants. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. A first down carry for Barkley. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to East Rutherford, but first this timeout. They keep it with Barkley on first down. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Play action. Manning. Throw left side complete. It's Shepard. And he's going to get this inside the 30. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
Always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? Not like any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
They fake the handoff. Now Manning rolling to his right. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. To throw, it's Manning. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Aldrick Rosas now to try the Giants field goal. From the right hash, it's a 46-yard attempt. And Rosas puts this one through. And they double their lead, pushing it up now to 12-6. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays. Yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
The Eagles offense now, they head back on the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Wentz will try again on 2nd down. Caught right side, Tate. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards on the play.
Hang in there now. Hang in there now.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's 2nd down.
Come on now, let's go.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Wentz to throw again. He completes it to Tate. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Golden Tate as the first half is winding down. And the Eagles are now just an extra point away from grabbing the lead. Elliott good with a PAT. And that will give them the lead here as we get on towards halftime. Elliott now to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. The Giants offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation.
And that's caught inside the 30. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. And the kick by Rosas is good. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. After the field goal, here's Rosas to kick it away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. So 2 quarters down. And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he's going to get this across the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 23. Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the third quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. This is Ajayi. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Wentz now on 1st down. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And give him a gain of 37. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet,
and he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Darren Sproles, 27 yards. And the Eagles are able to cash it in for 6. And there, the counter play proves successful for the touchdown. What typically makes a counter play in general successful, Charles?
But what you're trying to do, Brandon, is to get the team moving in one direction, meaning the defense. Get them going in one direction and then wall them off with your blocking and bring it back in the other direction. That way, you don't actually have to punish them with your blocking. You just position them. And if you have any kind of a good back, he'll take full advantage of it and gain good yardage.
Doug Peterson says, let's go for 2 here. They're going to give it to Sproles. Oh, a nice spin. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Elliott now to kick this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he's all the way up across the 40 and down at the 42-yard line. Great return.
That strong return has set them up nicely for this drive, and we all know the next score is going to have a major impact on this game.
Manning and the Giants come up now 1st and 10 at their own 42. Manning going to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Shepard. A good cover defensively as they get to him just beyond the 45 after the juke. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Manning to Shepard, complete over the middle. And he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. On first down, Manning. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Mike Bennett in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Throwing is Manning. Buying time to his left. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Evan Ingram, 54 yards. And the Giants are in for 6. Rosas true blue on the extra point, and that gives him a 3-point lead. Rosas now to kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. And out now come the Eagles. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Shotgun now for Wentz. He's going to air one out. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. That one goes for 36 yards.
Tell the truth, partner. You didn't think he was coming down with that one, did you? Come on, tell me the truth.
No, I didn't. I'll tell you what, though. A one-handed grab of that length. Talk about giving your team a little juice.
Oh, big time. I mean, everyone's going to be excited about that one, whether you're on the field or not. It permeates his way through the entire team, and I can't wait to see what they do on the next down.
Looking for Tate, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 28, and his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
They'll try and get this run game going. This is Barkley, and he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Open man right side is Ingram. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. The Giants on 3rd down. They've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
Gun.
To throw is Manning. And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete.
3rd down is a down. Both sides know they absolutely have to win, and the name of the game for the defense is pressure on the quarterback. But pressure on the quarterback with contact, that's how you end up winning it.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
He sets to fire deep. Picked off at the 49.
Whoosh.
And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And thanks to the interception, the Giants offense cashes in with 6.
LOL.
Rosas now to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Eagles offense back out onto the field. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. That's caught inside the 20. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. A big play there for Philly. 45 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that and have explosive.
Got a man open. It's Ertz. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Zach Ertz from 3 yards out. There the Eagles are back within a score. What a great weapon. So often, such a big mismatch.
And there's no route he can't run. You name it, he's going to do it. And he's a matchup nightmare for the defense. No matter who they put on him, he's going to win the battle.
Elliott now to kick this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20.
Now just
and
2
here comes
clock.
the Giants offense back out onto the field. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. Remember, the 4-minute offense
You
doesn't
think
always
time on the out
correspond
would
to what's
stop
up
the
on the clock.
virus?
What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough first downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23.
Who is that guy?
Manning to throw on 2nd down. Flushed out right. He dumps it off to Barkley. And he's able to get up here to the 26. Call it a 3-yard gain, and they're going to have a 3rd down. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning.
I don't know.
As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. On play action. Now Manning. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. And this defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. Here's Riley Dixon now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. Just a 25-yard punt. Not what he was hoping for by any stretch. And the Eagles will have great starting field position here as they take over. The Eagles coming out as they get ready. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this.
On the left.
Wentz to throw on second down. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 25. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
And that one, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to go up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw, and it'll wind up being intercepted.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. No gain on the play there. Second down. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Now Saquon Barkley, and that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late fourth quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on third?
I don't. I run the football, and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
Here's Riley Dixon now, as he's on to punt for New York. Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. It's a 46-yard punt, 2 on the return. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. Now Philadelphia ready to get going on offense again. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary. But you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself a chance to set things up for an easier shot at it.
We'll see if they can do it. Might be easier said than done. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. He's back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. Golden Tate, his intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Great.
One final try now for Wentz. He's going to let it fly. He's got him in, complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
GG.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. The Giants are winners.
Just push hide user from channel. I did.
This is the NFL on EA Sports as we welcome you to MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford, New Jersey. This crowd a few minutes ago stirred into action at the side of their men in blue emerging from the MetLife tunnels. We're set to go as the Giants get ready to match up with the Los Angeles Rams. Aldrich Rosas, the Giants kicker, ready to go,
banned, but he will probably come back with a different account.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
They go play action with Gurley. Now Goff. Eluding the pressure right. And incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Throwing on third. Goff.
Man, that's so annoying.
And the open receiver, it's Robert Woods. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to fourth down. They're going to go for it. It's Goff. Oh, wide open, complete. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. Fourth down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. On first down, it's gone. Escaping the pressure right. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and ended up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. He's letting it fly for Cook. And this is taken in at the 5. Touchdown, L.A. Brandon Cooks, 38 yards. And the Rams are going to take a first-quarter lead. Zerline good with a PAT. And that makes the score 7-0. Zerline out now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Manning and the Giants come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Working from the gun, Manning to Barkley on the check down. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and it'll be second down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten to stop it? It would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams
that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That's 30 yards now in the last two plays, back-to-back 15-yarders, and they're rolling. They'll run it now out of the gun. Got some real estate inside the 30. And finally wrestled down at the 11. That one good for 33 and a first.
This has been a good drive so far, and it's been the running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a first down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Regular.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. Second and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. Throwing now is Manning. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it. They love it because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's...
They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. To throw, it's Manning. This will be caught at about the 5. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. And Rosas puts this one through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So, yes, it's only 3, but at least they're able to answer back after giving up the touchdown to start the game.
Yeah, I like the observation there because getting some points on the board, very positive for them. Feel a little bit better about things because if you don't score, you potentially have opened the door for them to score again, and then you're down 14.
Well, Charles, help me break down the Rams here as we get to the home stretch of the season because they still have one of the best records in the NFL. But after that wild Monday night win over KC on November 19th, haven't looked as sharp.
And sometimes when you have a streak that they carry around and they're playing at such a high level offensively, any dip looks like the worst dip in the world. But they have had their struggles. Quarterback Jared Goff, his quarterback rating at Chicago and then again against Philadelphia in Week 15. Definitely took a hit. They have not been the team we have seen before, and teams have figured out a little bit of a formula to make it harder on them offensively, but I wouldn't put it past head coach Sean McVay to get it figured out and get that team back on track. Because once they hit the playoffs, I still think they'll be a team that no one really wants to play.
Not much there. Maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd.
Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone. And they went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
From the gun on 3rd down, Goff. And he comes back with one complete. And he gets it down to the 32. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. No luck for the Rams as they fail here on 4th down. And the Giants are going to get the football back. Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
Manning now to throw. Steps away to his left. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. It's called Shepard. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That one goes for 29 yards on 3rd down.
That crossing route is so effective when you hit it just right because you get a guy on the move, and then we see the end result there.
It's a nightmare for the defense. They got a guy with a full head of steam.
Not only does he catch it, but he picks up additional yardage after
7 on 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch. Good for 8 yards. They'll run it now out of the gun. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Shotgun now for Manning. Looking for his receiver. Sharp, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 21. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
Go, 76. 76.
Trash.
You're out. DC.
After the interception, here's Goff. Trying to lay one up deep. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at 2nd down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Gone. He'll throw underneath for Gurley. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and that'll make it 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues
This
to
dude
evolve.
is calling you
They
trash.
become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
3 down. Obama.
A shotgun snap for Goff. They got him in. It's Woods. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 18 yards there and a 1st down.
No.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
They got a man over the middle. It's Woods. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. He got 29 yards that time.
Value three.
Now it's Goff off the bootleg. Dumps it off to Gurley. No gain on the play there. It'll be 2nd down. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. As they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number
You
one.
gotta feel bad for this dude called I Am Pro because he also has a supreme banner for his channel. Emoji happy tears. Emoji happy tears.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Read it well, and it's picked. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. So after the INT, it's Manning. He finds his target, Beckham. And this one will be taken up. They'll spot it right at the 7. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half.
Lol.
One final try now for Manning. He's going to loft one deep left side here. It got his man complete. No, I'm not mad at you for skipping halftime, but can I just have a sip of water real quick? Please, thank you. All right, let's go. The Rams going to get the football first here, and they look to build on their lead as the second half gets started. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Here's the Giant offense now making their way back out onto the field. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. A big play there for the Giants. 52 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Here's Manning to throw. He'll buy some time right. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
Regular.
Play action. Manning. He dumps it off to Barkley. And they'll get this down to the 10. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
Regular.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. A nice pickup of 6 there to get him closer to the end zone, and it'll be 2nd and goal. So 2nd and goal, and standing by himself in the backfield, Barkley.
Regular. Hey, go 56. 27's to Sam. 27's to Sam.
Now Manning. And he's got his man. Beckham. Touchdown, Giants. Beckham from 4 yards out. And the Giants are in for 6. PAT up and good by Rosas. And the lead is now 10-7. Rosas now to kick this one away. Out come the Rams. They'll have it first here to begin the third quarter. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 24. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Zebra, zebra, zebra.
On play action. Now Manning. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. Open man right side is Ingram. And he'll go down at the 28. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I feel like Eli Manning has just gone from downfield bomber to a guy who can complete everything.
He can hit him underneath now, can't he?
Yeah, we just saw that there with that pass completion. The maturity of a veteran taken with the defense will give him.
27 to Sam. 27 to Sam.
Again, it's Manning. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Sterling Shepard, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Giants use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Rosas good with the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Rosas now to kick this one away. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
I always come back and you score again, geez, LOL.
At their own 25-yard line.
We got 3, fellas. We got 3.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And Cooks has it over the middle. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
For Move Wars, we have the blue defense or
This
defense.
offense struggling. They target him again.
Everyone is looking for the hot hand, and sometimes you just don't have it. Maybe it's just lukewarm. But you go to that guy and try and turn it hot. Try and get things going. Find a way to get everything kick-started. As you noted, he has their only touchdown, so he's had the most success in the game thus far.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Now Goff on 1st down. Flush to his right. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back.
It has 9-0 overall or 8-9, I forgot.
15-yard line before he's brought down. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he's able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
This will be caught just inside the 10. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. A gain of 6 there on 1st. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Super. Hardball. We're good.
Out of the gun. Gone. Flushed out right. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Tyler Higbee from 3 yards out. And the Rams have got this back to a 1-score game. Zerline connects on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
So I need to work on my offense then.
Zerline out now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Giants offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. They've been rolling the last couple of drives, each ending in touchdowns. So this game is flipped. They were down, now they're up with the football. We'll see how they handle it.
Can we get a spy on the headset now between the head coach and offensive
You
coordinator?
get a good
'Cause they've been in
quarterback
attack
first,
mode.
right,
How do you get
Baker
back
or
into the
Vic?
game? Now they have the lead. Do you stay on the attack, or do you dial it back a little bit to try and protect this lead?
Well, my cop-out answer would be somewhere in the middle. I think it's going to be a fine line, is it not?
I think you're exactly right, but I do think if they can stay aggressive and keep them on their heels, they'll be best served that way.
Okay.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35.
Zebra. That's it. Yo, blue 80. Zebra.
Manning now on 1st down to Barkley on the check down. And he gets it down to the 32. Give him 3 on
Do
the
the
play,
rookie
and
gauntlet
that'll
and
make it
campaign.
2nd down. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come
Right,
up on
no, I
2nd
have
down.
out of position Odell.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. And now the Rams are going to halt things as they want a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
Zebra. Regular. Zebra.
Manning going to try and throw on 3rd down. Throw left side, complete to Ingram. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
He is good, but he wouldn't be that good against people with 9-5 overall teams.
Pressure right.
Now.
To Shepard, complete over the middle. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. They go back to the ground now with Barkley. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. It'll be a 5-yard pickup there, and it will take us to the 2-minute warning.
I am just using him for now.
Again, it's Barkley. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop
Who
him
do you
here.
have
They'll
for
try
running
to run
back?
for it with Barkley. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. And before this 4th and 3 play, we're going to get whistles and a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And the kick by Rosas is good. And they stretch the lead to 6. It's 20-14 now. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question,
Barry
because when I look at the
Sanders, I
smiles
think.
on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Janoris Jenkins. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. Trying to get it to Woods.
Another win in the books.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And that's a loss of 7 on the first down play.
For me, that was an example of why offensive linemen might want rearview mirrors at times, because you have your assignments to block, but if you could see what's going on in the backfield and maybe the guy carrying the ball is headed in another direction, it might change what you do up front. But if they can't see that and he's not in sync with what they're doing up front, well, this is when you end up with plays like this. A bad one for the offense, a really good one for the defense.
He went backwards there 8 yards, and it brings up third down. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. It doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
After the penalty, they go with Barkley. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here.
I am about to end this stream so I can go work on my new
Giants are
team.
winners as we say so long from MetLife Stadium.
I would get George Kittle, he has a fast tee. I am getting him Evan Engram. See you next stream, bye.